So all the way joining us from America, we've had someone from Brisbane, and we're just going to jump 25 odd thousand kilometres, 30, I think, to Miami, I think is where he joins us from today. Mike Sherrard is the #1 social media coach on YouTube globally. Previously a top producing agent, he now trains 3,000 plus agents per year on how to scale production using social media, and has helped many of the top 1% agents in North America dominate their market using video in particular. He's the #1 personal attractor globally at eXp Realty, and he's the founder of the Social Academy, High Converting Content, and Atlas Alliance Mastermind. Do we have Mike all the way from Miami on? There he is. Hi, Mike. How are you? Can you hear me?
Hey guys, yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Very, very good. And are you joining us from Miami? And what time is it there, may I ask?
I am. I'm from Canada, but joining you from Miami. I took down here with my girlfriend, but taking a bit of a break just to show up for you guys. So it's 8:20 p.m.
8:20 p.m. Thank you for joining us outside of work hours and on your break. I really appreciate that, and I'm sure all of the attendees do here today. I might let you get straight to it. Do you have any questions for the Australian audience before you start?
No, I'm super excited to be here. I think this is going to be a cool opportunity to dive into video and YouTube, which I know isn't as popular in Australia, but makes it an even better opportunity. So this is something I'm excited for. I'm glad that I don't have to deal with the spiders and snakes, so I'll stay up here and provide value from afar.
You're welcome to join us anytime. Please give Mike a big round of applause. I'll leave you to it.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. As long as I have access to share my screen, I just see that that's disabled. So once I get access to that, I'll start diving in and share with you guys some pretty cool strategies here. So
we'll get it up and running.
We'll
get it up and running.
Yeah, that'd be perfect. Awesome. Well, guys, I'm really excited to kind of dive into video marketing and how to leverage AI and ChatGPT in order to accelerate your video strategies. Just quick show of hands as they're getting the screen set up ready. Is anybody currently using YouTube for their business? Oh, cool. Okay, awesome. Quite a few people. So that's super exciting. Well, this is going to be really cool because the thing with AI is I always look at AI as the tractor. And what I mean by that is, centuries ago, all the farmers had to do everything by hand. And then the tractor came out. And you had certain farmers that adapted to using a tractor or a tool. And you had certain ones that didn't adapt to it and decided to continue to do things the old archaic way. Well, a lot of people are wondering, is AI going to replace real estate agents? Is it going to get rid of certain jobs? Well, when you look at it, it's essentially a tool that makes us more efficient. The ones that are willing to adapt to it are going to have a massive unfair competitive advantage. It's not going to change in terms of us having a position in the industry. It's just going to make us that much more effective. It's going to allow us to provide better customer service, and it's going to save thousands of hours and thousands of dollars. So I'm really excited about this. And again, I've got a presentation. So once I can share my screen here, we'll start diving in. But it's a tool that allows us to create massive leverage of our time and our income. And I think previously we used to have to do 80% of the work, and then we would be able to use tools and technology to get us the extra 20% of the way there. Now we're in a position where we can use AI to get us 80% of the way there, and we just need to do 20% of the work. So once I can dive into this, guys, we'll start plugging away. But I just got to share my screen here so I can give you guys as much value as humanly possible. So it looks like I'm able to share my screen now. We'll start diving in. So let me go ahead and share this part of my screen here. Should be able to go over to this. We should be good to go. Okay, guys, so first thing, hopefully you can all see my screen. Show of hands if you see a quick little PowerPoint here.
It's coming. There, here we go. There we go.
Okay, we're good to go. Awesome. Cool. So I like to talk about time being an investment or a liability, right? And so I take a very data-driven approach to everything that I do. 93% of home buyers start their search online with video. 87% of buyers use video as their primary method of search. 83% of home sellers say that they would prioritize a real estate agent that uses video. Listings that have video get about 403% or 4 times more inquiries than listings without video. And agents that leverage video on average scale their income 49% quicker than those who don't. But the crazy part is only 4% of agents actually use video marketing and YouTube. And so when we start looking at this, you know, I'm in a market where there's 5,000 real estate agents, and a lot of people will say, well, there's a lot of competition here. If you look in Toronto or Miami, where there's 70,000 agents, they don't want to compete against 70,000, but there might be about 5 people properly leveraging video. So the question becomes, how many people do you want to compete against? Because this is such a massive opportunity. So talking about some of the myths, a lot of the misconceptions with video come from vanity metrics. People think you need thousands of views or thousands of subscribers and all of these vanity metrics. But I'm going to show you the proven roadmap that, again, most people charge thousands of dollars for in order to help rank your videos #1 in your market, right? You don't need an expensive video equipment. Everybody that I've helped just does iPhone, Android, whatever they have access to. So I've helped brand new real estate agents close over $1 million in commission, not volume, commission in their first year for free, leveraging nothing but their iPhone, following the blueprint I'm going to share with you guys, and then show you how to turbocharge it using artificial intelligence. And now one of the misconceptions and myths used to be people saying, well, I don't have time for video. But now that we have tools like AI, that completely is eliminated. And a lot of people think that they're too late to the game because social media is becoming saturated. The thing is that social media is saturated with low quality, low effort, low barrier to entry agents that are treating it like a hobby. But when you treat it like a business, there's little to no people in any market actually leveraging it properly. So quick show of hands, is anybody in the room scared of being in front of the camera or fearful of being in front of the camera, doesn't like to be on video? Anybody in the room not like being on video? See a few hands. Okay, cool. Well, let's look at this. So when we start leveraging YouTube, this is where you start to get massive leverage of your time as an agent for lead generation. So I know a lot of agents that decide to cold call, or they door knock, or they network, and they're trading a lot of time for money. But when you start optimizing your videos properly and leveraging a platform like YouTube, you're essentially door knocking or cold calling 24/7, 365. So let's look at this one agent that was a new agent in a new city who didn't know anybody, that I helped him launch his YouTube channel. In his first year, you could see here, this little red square, right? This little red square shows the results he got in the first 6 months. But with being consistent comes reward. It's kind of like that emoji or that graphic that people see where somebody's digging for a diamond and sometimes people turn away right before they strike the diamond. And so if you look at this, you look at a new agent like Suman who didn't know anybody in his market, had $0 to spend and never been in a video in his life. When you average the number of videos he put out in his first year and divide it by the amount of commission he made, he averaged about $40,000 in closed commission in the bank per video he put out in his first year, and about $60,000 in his second year. So I know when I used to door knock, I used to calculate it and reverse engineer how many knocks it would take for me to get a listing, and it was about $50 per door. Can you imagine getting $40,000 to $60,000 per video, right? So when you look at this, the cool part about doing YouTube videos is that Google owns YouTube. So when you optimize your videos like I'm about to show you, not only does your content rank when somebody's searching, for example, moving to Brisbane on YouTube, but it'll also show up for free on Google. And so you have a lot of agents spending a ton of money, thousands of dollars every month for Google pay-per-click that shows up just above these free videos. And when we start looking at consumer behavior, people are a lot more likely to click on a free video that gives value, and they can make the decision to reach out to the agent versus clicking on an ad where they know they're going to get solicited by an agent within the next 5 minutes, and they're going to get hounded until they somewhat convert or get added to a database or essentially tell you to go away, right? So when we take a value-driven approach, this is where you start to create that like, know, and trust factor. And that's why the conversion rate on average with YouTube leads is anywhere from 85 to 95%. The conversion rate on a traditional lead is usually about 1 to 5% if that comes from Facebook ads, Google ads, cold calling, or door knocking, right? So people are making the conscious decision to reach out to you because they already know, like, and trust you. And that's where you deal with clients who are just like you instead of nightmare clients. So what I'm going to do now is I want to be respectful of time, and I'm just going to give you the blueprint completely. And again, unfortunately, I see a lot of people charging a lot of money for this, and I want to give it all to you guys for free. So step one, you guys could probably take a screenshot of this. Based on a data-driven approach, these are the highest converting YouTube videos in any market. I've helped hundreds of agents in Australia, tens of thousands in North America, right? And based on SEO and trends, all you need to do is replace your city and your state or province, and then the year. And so this is your entire first year's worth of content. And the reason being is because you could take a community, for example, that's in Brisbane and say, what does $500,000 get you there in 2024? What does $750,000 get you there in 2024? What about $1 million? Okay, what about comparing Brisbane to Melbourne? Or what about comparing two different communities within Brisbane? And you start to play around with this chart that I've created here after helping thousands of agents launch their channels. And if you do this and optimize it the way that I'm going to show you, you don't need any other video topics for the next year. And so the next thing is the delivery of it. Okay, so how do we get our videos to convert higher? Well, where a lot of agents go wrong is they get on camera and maybe they're doing a video about the 5 reasons to move to Brisbane in 2024. And they say, okay, hey everyone, it's Mike Sherrard with eXp Realty, and today I'm going to talk to you about the 5 reasons why you should move to Brisbane in 2024. And if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. Well, the reason why that video is going to get little to no watch time is because it might be 10 minutes and people are saying, well, why should I care? Why should I stay for this video? It looks like the rest of them. So we need to hook people within the first 15 seconds. That is the number one key, aside from part 2 that I'll get into. So the hook could be, for example, thousands of people are moving to Brisbane in 2024, and there's 5 reasons, but 2 of them you might not be expecting. And I'm going to unpack them because there's something I want to share with you, and Brisbane might not be the place for you if you don't know what I'm about to walk through. Okay. Well, now people are curious because you're talking about 5 things, 5 positive things about moving to Brisbane. But there's a costly mistake that's hidden in there that if you don't know about it, Brisbane might not be the place for you. You play on fear, you play on scarcity, and I'm going to show you how to leverage ChatGPT to actually build that out for you. The second most important component is the call to action. This is where a lot of people on YouTube go wrong. So the question that I have for people is, do you want likes, comments, and subscriptions, or do you want leads, conversations, and closed deals? Most agents want leads, conversations, and closed deals. But where a lot of agents go wrong is after they introduce themselves on their YouTube videos or Instagram or TikTok or any other platform, they say, by the way, if you like this video, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Well, you're going to tell them what to do. And that's not the end result that you're looking for. You're looking for leads. So instead of that, say, by the way, my name is Mike Sherrard with eXp Realty. And if you would like to know anything else about buying, selling, investing, or relocating to Brisbane, Australia, feel free to contact me. All of my information is in the description below, or you can call me here. You tell them what you want them to do. I know people with 200 subscribers on YouTube that get more leads than people with 20,000. And the reason being is because they're calling the right action. So what we want to do is play on fear to hook people. And the reason being is that watch time is the most important component of a YouTube video. How much of a video people watch. And so we want to increase that, because the more we increase that, if you get 30 to 50% watch time, YouTube will promote your video and it'll push it to other people. But if you're getting less than 30, that tells YouTube people don't enjoy this video and they're going to leave. And so the hook is the most important part. Now, after we record our video, we need to optimize it. So this is the most important part of ranking your videos, number one, for free in your market. This, unfortunately, is what most people charge in their entire YouTube programs to teach you, and I'll give it all to you guys right now. Tags, titles, thumbnails, descriptions. 4 components to ranking your videos for free on YouTube. The thumbnail, right? Everybody in this room knows that it's not about your brokerage, it's about your personal brand. People are deciding to work with you because of you, right? There's great agents at every brokerage. There's terrible agents at every brokerage. People work with you because they love you. And so with that being said, when we start creating our thumbnail graphic, and again, I saw some conversation about, Dolly and the image creation within ChatGPT not being the best. That is very much true. You can use something like Midjourney, which really does create some incredible graphics, or Canva's new Magic Studio. I digress. We need to make sure in the thumbnail, the key components, a few key components for a proper thumbnail. Your face has to be in it because it's getting people to know you. You want people to become familiar with your beautiful smile, right? You want to evoke motion. You don't want to have just a stock headshot, a traditional realtor photo shot. You want to have something that piques curiosity. Now, here is where the magic lies with thumbnails. You want the text in the thumbnail to be different than the title. I want to say that again. The text in the thumbnail to be different than the title. You see, a lot of people spend the majority of their time recording their YouTube video and editing it. What they don't realize is the 2 most important components of YouTube is not the video itself. It's the title and the thumbnail. And the reason being is because those are the 2 deciding factors people have of whether or not to click on your video. So if you have an incredible video that is done to the nines, super professionally created, and nobody clicks on it, you're not going to get any leads. So we want to make sure that we have different text here, because if people aren't curious about the text in the title, but they are by the thumbnail, you've just increased your opportunity by 200%. Now, when it comes to the title, you want to be very literal. And I'll show you how to use ChatGPT to create this. But a lot of people are wondering, how should I create this in a way that's going to get clicks? You want to think about what your client would be typing in on Google or YouTube for your video to be the perfect fit. And then with the tags, what we want to do is these are the keywords. All we want to do is think of how many different ways would people be typing in the topic of our video into Google or YouTube in order to find it. So this video is about Facebook ads for realtors. In the tags, I know it might be small on the screen, Facebook ads for realtors, Facebook ads for real estate agents, Facebook ads for real estate, and you want to go down. Let me give you a practical example for moving to Brisbane. The key to optimizing your video is your market center has to be in 100% of the tags. Don't put buying a house, put buying a house in Brisbane. Don't put realtor, put top realtor in Brisbane. So your market needs to be in every single keyword. If you do that, you're telling YouTube exactly what you want it to do. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to reshare my screen in a second. And I'm going to make sure that you guys have a prompt here, 2 prompts that are essentially going to walk you through everything that you need in order to rank your videos. So we're going to come here and you should hopefully see OpenAI ChatGPT. And what we're going to do is we're going to paste in this prompt. I'm a residential realtor that creates YouTube videos educating people on why they should live in or move to city, state. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to put in Brisbane, Australia. Okay, my primary goal is to generate leads. It's not views, it's not likes, it's leads. My target audience is home buyers, home sellers, and relocation buyers looking to move to Brisbane, Australia. Now, I know in Australia, you're either a buyer's agent or a seller's agent. So you could just put home sellers or home buyers, whatever you choose. This prompt works for everything. Please create a list of 8 video topics for me to record that will excite engagement and educate my target audience. Now, the reason why I say 8 is the ideal frequency on YouTube is 2 videos per week. So that is your first month's worth of content. So now you can see here, we've got neighborhood spotlights, cost of living, top schools, local market trends, relocation guide, hidden gems, local favorites, home buying tips, community events, and festivals. These aim to provide, to engage your target audience, providing valuable information about living in Brisbane, but also position you as knowledgeable and trustworthy real estate expert in your market. Where things get exciting is this next one that I'm going to share with you. So just be patient with me as I pull this up. And this is basically going to do the entire job for you with one additional prompt. So we're going to come back here. And I like to talk nicely to ChatGPT because if you do, sometimes it gives you a little extra love. So I'm going to say, thank you. This is great. Prompt. Okay, this is one. I'll give it to Ken. You guys can take a screenshot, whatever you want. For each of the video topics, please create a bullet point list of the most important talking points. Part 2, an engaging introduction script for the video that hooks viewers and piques curiosity to increase viewer retention. Please make sure the hook plays on fear to captivate the viewer's attention. 3, a call to action that prompts viewers to contact me. Then we have 4, a description. 5, a list of 3 clickbait video titles. 6, the top keywords. And 7, a list of 3 thumbnail ideas. Let's go. And it's going to start with video number 1. So, as we can see here, let's walk through this together. Now we've got the key talking points for this video: key features and amenities, housing options, local attractions, transportation accessibility. You're going to say, well, I still don't know what to say in this video. I'll help you out with that. Now let's look at this engaging script. Are you considering moving to Brisbane but feeling overwhelmed by the myriad of neighborhoods to choose from? Well, fear not, because in this video series, we're diving deep into Brisbane's neighborhoods to uncover hidden gems and highlight what makes each one unique. If you're ready to discover the perfect place to go home, stick around. If you're ready to explore Brisbane's neighborhoods further and have any questions about finding your dream home, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm here to help. Contact me here. You've got your description. Now we've got our video topics. Uncover Brisbane's best kept secrets, neighborhood spotlight series. Pretty incredible. And based on somebody that works with YouTube channels left, right, and center, this is exactly what I would write as a title, or this bottom one here: Escape the City Chaos, Brisbane's hidden neighborhood gems revealed. We've now got, remember I said use Brisbane in every keyword. We've now got Brisbane in our video tags. And now we've got some thumbnail ideas that we could actually toss into Midjourney and it'll create our thumbnail for us. So the one thing people say is, well, Mike, I don't know what to say for the key features and amenities or the housing options or the local attractions. Well, the thing that I want you to look at ChatGPT as is look at it as a consultant. So if you had a marketing consultant that walked into your office and said, I'm here to help you with your YouTube channel, ask me anything. Treat this as a marketing consultant that's free. So I'm going to say, Mr. Marketing Consultant or Mrs. Marketing Consultant, thank you. This is perfect. Maybe we'll say, please expand on the talking points with detail and specifics and help me create an 8-minute video outline. And so now what it's going to do is it's going to break down everything that I exactly need to say in this YouTube video for each of the different talking points. And maybe we want to say, please pick the neighborhoods for me. And now there's your neighborhoods that you could choose from if you're a new agent in that market. And lastly, thank you so much. Please build out my entire video script with the introduction and hook included for for these neighborhoods. And now what it's going to do is it's going to give you everything you need, including the hook that we have, the call to action that we have, all of the neighborhoods that we need to talk about, and all the details of those neighborhoods within a matter of seconds. And now we know exactly what to say. We have the call to action. We're going to generate leads. And I showed you guys exactly how to rank your videos #1. And the coolest part is once our video is done, if we want to come over to Opus Clip, we can actually post our YouTube video in here. And as you can see here, if you post your YouTube link, what it's going to do, this is my old account. What it does is with one click, if you post any YouTube video in here, it will actually repurpose it to 8 different YouTube videos that are short form for Instagram and TikTok and YouTube Shorts with one click. So you drop a YouTube link in here for the video you just created, one click, and then it's going to give you all of your repurposed content in seconds without having to actually go pay somebody to do it, right? So when we talk about creating massive efficiencies, we're able to use ChatGPT in order to achieve just that. So what I want to kind of pull things full circle with, because I know that we're pressed for time here based on your incredible conference, I'm going to pull this back here and walk through a couple final details for you guys. And so when we start looking at this, I like to start with the theory, right? To give you guys an understanding, because ChatGPT does not replace the human element of it. We want to make sure that you have an understanding of YouTube so that, let's say, ChatGPT or any other platform spits out something that doesn't align with our brand, with our brokerage, with our mission, then we can do something about it because we have an understanding of the platform, right? So my recommendation to people, because I know a lot of agents are maybe fearful to get in front of the camera, is to just get started, right? I'm here in an Airbnb. I'm typically in my studio, but I want to give you guys a little dose of confidence here to know that if you're just getting started and your videos don't quite look the way that you'd like them to, that's okay, because these were my first YouTube videos back in 2017. I had no idea what I was doing, right? I was getting 10, 12 views on every video, and I was doing everything myself. And I kept putting out content, and it got a little better, and it got a little better. And over time, as you can see, your content gets better. So what I encourage people to be mindful of is I don't want you to compare your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 20. Because if I didn't get started, my studio and all of my professional equipment wouldn't have existed, because I reinvested back into my business every time I close a deal from content. And now I've had the blessed opportunity to reach almost 100,000 subscribers and change the lives of tens of thousands of agents, all because I decided to take action and get started, right? So the thing that I want to leave you with before we open it up to questions is that you don't achieve your goals, you achieve your standards. And so if you want to thrive with YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, any sort of social media platform, we need to raise our standards. We need to be disciplined. We need to embrace delayed gratification. And I encourage you that if you're going to start a journey with YouTube or any social platform, don't ask the question, how long will it take until I get a lead? Say that if somebody's proven this and done this before, if I just commit to this for the next year, then I should be in a pretty good position. But the ones that win don't say I'm going to do it for a year. They say I'm going to do it for my career. And if you extend the time horizon for which you're expecting results, if you say you're going to do this for the next 10 years and you don't get a client in 3 months, it's not going to phase you. Where a lot of agents lose when it comes to introducing AI to their business or any other social platform is that they give themselves a short window and they say, if I don't achieve X by that time, then it's not for me. This is for you. We just need to commit to it consistently. But the secret to getting started, or to making progress, is getting started. So I want to leave it there for you guys and just give you an opportunity to maybe ask any questions related to ChatGPT or any other social platform. I've got a ton of tutorials on my YouTube channel breaking out different platforms. But YouTube is an incredible opportunity to generate evergreen business, because the one downfall of platforms like TikTok and Instagram is that the content pretty much dies after 24 hours. But on YouTube, it lives forever. And if you optimize it the way that I showed you, you could be generating free leads for the next 5 years from a video you put out next week. So thank you.
Please give Mike Sherrard a big round of applause. We got time for about 2 questions, Mike. Just one thing you said in there that has really echoed. You said you say thank you to ChatGPT or OpenAI. I do that all the time. I use please and thank you because I figure when they take over the world, I want them to remember me as being friendly. So I don't know. I don't know about you, but that's why I'm saying it.
I'm trying to save myself.
Do we have questions? Yes, we do. Michael from Lacey. I'll just give you the microphone because Mike can't hear. He's a long way away.
That was really fantastic. And you really appreciate being very transparent. One thing you didn't talk about is subtitles. Do you have a software that automatically does that? You know, do you recommend it, not recommend it? I'm assuming you're assuming recommended because it's pretty used widespread.
Yeah, definitely. So subtitles can work great, especially if you've got people moving from a different market that speak a different language. And so I use rev.com. Rev.com has been the best subtitles, and it can actually subtitle it in any different language. I think as dubbing gets higher quality over time, you'll be able to dub your videos and make it look like you're saying it in a different language. Right now, it's just not quite natural enough. But rev.com, R-E-V, does it the best, 100% accuracy every time because it's actually real people auditing it for you. And sometimes the strategic plays, if you have people moving from Japan or Hong Kong or, you know, maybe Dubai and they speak a different language, frequently moving there, you want to subtitle it in that language because you're speaking in English. If you subtitle it in a different language, it means you're not alienating that audience and it increases your conversion rate.
Yes.
How important is it to have decent tools? So we've got our iPhones, but we're just doing a quick video at an open. How important is it to put your little microphone on for the audio? Or what's your opinion on video quality and audio quality?
Yeah, incredible question. Thank you for asking. So with that, audio is the most important. I always recommend using something like a lavalier mic. You don't need anything expensive. It could be a Rode wireless go-to or a DJI mic. That is more than enough. Connected with a new modern phone, that's all that you need. And I know agents doing 5 million GCI just from their iPhone. Now, over time, you can reinvest back into your business and use something like a DJI Pocket Osmo or a nice camera. But for me, it's all about efficiency. And the higher quality gear that you get, the more complexity it adds, the more frustrating it can be, batteries, different things like that. And so I find when you're on the go doing neighborhood tours, property tours, open house tours, the more efficient you could be, the better. So I recommend, yes, a high quality mic that you can use as a lapel. Everything else, it doesn't make a big difference. It's more about the delivery of what you're saying. If you say the right things, you could be using a mediocre camera and convert endless leads.
We've got time for about one more. Mike, just while we're canvassing the audience, seeing if we've got one more, how do people get in contact with you?
Yeah, definitely. So I respond on my Instagram DMs. So if you want to send me a message on Instagram, it's Mike_Sherrard. Or if you look on my YouTube channel, me and my team reply to 100% of our comments. It's just my name. So happy to help. And you know, if any questions come up along the rest of your journey, then I'm always happy to answer them.
Brilliant. We got one last question for you, and then we'll let you go to bed.
Sorry, I'm hogging it. What tips do you have for projecting when you're filming? Really projecting yourself and coming across. Yeah, or just projecting. You know, when movie stars do movies and they know how to really project down into that camera. What tips do you have for that?
This is going to catch people a little off guard. My tip is not to do that. And the reason being is that I did that in the beginning and I tried to be a personality that I'm not. And when I started just being authentically myself and speaking exactly how I do in person, exactly how I do on camera, my channel went from 3,000 subscribers to 20,000 and my income, it grew by 10x that year. And so people, if you're introverted, if you're shy, if you're quiet, people want to know the real you. And so my recommendation for everybody here today is imagine your ideal client walked into the room, sat down in front of you and said, hey, I'm thinking about moving to your market. Can you tell me about it? How would you reply to that client? And the reason being is when you think about it, your videos are just responses to your ideal client's questions, because all that they're doing is going to YouTube or Google, typing in a question, clicking on your video to get the answer. And so talk to them exactly how you talk to them in person. And that's going to make sure your channel grows, but you're going to work with people that truly love you for you.
Please thank Mike Sherrard once again. Thank you, Mike. Amazing
Enjoy
presentation.
the rest of your conference. I'll
Yeah,
see
yeah.
you guys there hopefully next year.
Thank you. That would be amazing.